And Anas was really brought to the Prophet ﷺ very young. He was probably about 7 by his mother. And this is really the greatest homeschool in human history. So she's bringing him to both serve the Prophet but to learn from the Prophet. And he becomes one of the great transmitters of hadith. So Anas ibn Malik radiallahu anhu, and his brother Umair, also there's a wonderful hadith where Anas was sad and the Prophet asked what happened, and he said his brother's pet died, the bird. He had a pet, Nughair, it was a little bird. So the Prophet ﷺ went to visit him with Anas, and when he saw him, he was all depressed, and the Prophet ﷺ said, "Ma fa'ala ya Umair, ma fa'ala Nughair, oh Umair, what did the little bird do?" So he's teaching him about death. That hadith has tens of ahkam in it that one of the great Moroccan ulama wrote a book just on the ahkam that we benefited from that hadith. And one of them was the permissibility, or rather the nadab, of doing ta'ziyah when somebody's pet dies. Like actually going to them and telling them, you know, I'm so sorry to hear your pet died. Because pets, for people that have pets, pets are very often, they become part of the family. People are very connected to their pets. They get depressed when their pets die. So Anas is amazing. And one of my favorite hadiths of Anas is the Prophet ﷺ came in the room and told him to go do something, and Anas said, La. So this is a young, he's probably 7, 8 years old. This is something 7 and 8 year olds do to adult authority. It's called testing limits. And so he said, La. So the Prophet ﷺ smiled and he left the room, which is an amazing event because the thing that children do is they're testing. They want to see what kind of reaction they get. They want to see. So the Prophet just smiled and left the room. And a little while later he came back and he said, oh, haven't you gone to do that thing? He said, I'm leaving right now. So this is real tarbiyah. And this is why Imam al-Banani, one of the great Moroccan ulama from Fes, he said in the hadith where Anas radiallahu anhu said, the Prophet never said if he did a thing, why did you do a thing? And if he didn't do a thing, why didn't you do it? The Prophet never faulted him like that. And Imam al-Banani says, هذا دليل على أنه يربي الأولاد بالهمة. He was raising the children with an inner tarbiyah, not outer commands and injunctions, but inner. Because if you love somebody, you want to do things for them. So if the child has love for the parent, they want to do. If they have fear for the parent, it's a different thing. But if they have love for the parent, then they want to do things for them. So Anas is a very important figure. So, رضي الله عنه عن النبي صلى الله عليه